Hello everyone, good afternoon, dear author and invited guest. Welcome to a technical session 7A. Myself, Reja, and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of the Global Knowledge Research Foundation and a GR's Holistic LLP, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the 9th World Conference on Smart Trends in System Security and Sustainability, WS4 2025, London, UK. The ninth edition of this conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held in London, UK on 19th August, while the virtual sessions are being conducted by Zoom on 20 and 21st of August. In this session, we have 6 presentations. Each presentation will be given 12 minutes for presentation and 3 minutes for question answer. After 10 minutes, I will raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or any update, write it to me in a chat box. Just before we get started, I would like to introduce our chair of the session, Professor Joe Scumin. Professor is a Jose is a professor at the Namibia University of Science and Technology, Namibia. His research interests e- encompass distributed system, data infrastructure, agent coordinations, multi-agent system, and artificial intelligence, with a focus on building intelligent, scalable, and collaborative computer solutions. Welcome to you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
And in this session, we have another chair, Dr. Neha Tiwari. Dr. Neha Tiwari is working as Associate Professor in the Department of Computer Science and IT, Jaipur, India. She's a research supervision of experience for more than 16 years and has also supervised a student in a variety of projects. Her research domain include networking, machine learning, blockchain, database, and software engineering and cloud computing. Welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Richa. Good evening, everyone. Good morning as well.
And now we start with papers. We can call our first presenter to present his paper on a purpose of quantum enhanced aquatic skeleton to resolve rivalites rehabilitation.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, all of you. Thank you very much for the presentation. And thank you very much for the moderators here and the speakers as we have. I begin. Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Okay, fine. And now? Yes. Okay. I begin with this part. I have introduced something regarding our work as we have performed, the objectives, the methods, results, discussion, and finally a conclusion on the funds that we have for this study. First of all, we have proposed this paper because in general, motor disabilities are increasing in all the world. For example, stroke, neuromuscular disease, spinal cord injury are regarding our research and the projects we are performing in MBO in Miguel Hernández University at the Bioengineering Institute. We have the impression that these disabilities could be solved, and our strong experience is to solve with robotic, exoskeleton assistance, and so on. That's one of our projects based on the hydrotherapy. This proposal of hydrotherapy is related to one motor with electrical and a component that it doesn't work with electrical components. So that we have performed is to do how we can program this motor, this exoskeleton, in order to be more adapted the disability of the person. So we know that hydrotherapy is a leverage of buoyancy with resistant hydrostatic pressure and can reduce spasticity. This is a main topic that's problems with persons that have a stroke and some neuromotor, neuro pain disorders with different disabilities. So our aim is to propose a challenge with traditional PID, propose integrate difference, and the fuzzy logic control, the VLS methods. Okay. So we know that hydrotherapy limitations are very near to the effectiveness due to the inconsistent controls, for example, in PIT and VLC. And we have several difficulties to manage in nonlinear dynamics. And then if we have the patterns, we need to adapt to the patterns, this increase the limitation, of course. So this lack of adaptivity is reduce the autonomy and the possibility of the rehabilitation, the specific needs that the patient has. So in the aquatic skeleton issues, there are some also inadequate precision movements to control because we have the forest force, the water is supported, and our research is based in a tank of water, but if we bury water in different conditions, can be see if some experimental validation are possible or not. Sorry. So our major change in hydrotherapy and aquatic exoskeletons if to integrate some controllers in order to optimize the real data that we have. That is because our proposal is based in a future quantum optimization and to address the dynamic force and actuator limitation in order to ensure safety and construct more robust possibility of exoskeletons. So this objective is then a theoretical framework to enhance the control of a single degree of freedom aquatic robot by use the hybrid, fuzzy, and pay control. So that is because we have selected the quantum approximate optimization algorithms, the QUAO. Then we have the experiments that we can improve precision, and this is the aim of our study, improve precision and stability in these types of aquatic exoskeleton rehabilitation systems. And we explored with different combinations in order to obtain more smoother movements and possibility to be near to the autonomy and adaptation of a personalized therapy. Sorry. The method that we have used, that we propose, is a simple pendulum. Why? Because the movements of the single grade exoskeletons is very near to the simple pendulum. Then we have selected the length and a possibility of the mass. At the first time we don't have no patents, then there's only the proposal, and we can use it with a Maxon DC motor. The dynamics is governed by different equations incorporating gravity, and this is the formula of the pendulum, and also the friction and movement and motor torque that we provided. As a controller, we utilize the average fuzzy P strategy, and then how I have told before, the QUAO optimizations equation in quantum computing. So we utilize the quantum gates, Hadamard, Zenon, rotationals, and also the Copel optimizations to explore these combinations. With the parameters that we use, the motor is the DCS 19S with GRS GPS 19, reduces the ratio, and the parameters that we have seen, that we have selected, and the motor that we have. This is the prototype of the first of the session. And we consider also one set point to equilibrate and to obtain the different possibilities in the proposed quantum computing. We selected the variables KP and KI, and we continue with the results. The results are selected with several set points. We have searched with different angles, and finally we selected these angles because could be possibly more stability in order to perform with lots of different angles. So at future could be represented with more angles, but at first we have only these possibilities. That's usually is the variation of the rehabilitation in between the 16 to 50% of grades. Though this point is could be initial in every part of the system with the pendulum is at the movement. So the cost function in quantum computing, we utilize cost function, and the cost function is relating to the gains as we have the selective variables of Kp and Ki. Kp and Ki are related to the models as we have obtained previously. And then we calculate with the integral absolute of the IEA. Then finally, we have selected different parameter space in order to have some criteria, not more or less the Kp and Ki. Then at this, with our proposal, we perform it with 5 values for each gain. Then in total, 25 combination generated, then mapped with 5 qubits too. So we propose our quantum computers. This is the result of the simulation with different Hadamard, this is the AT, with the rotational gate, this is the RC, and finally the C-node. When you propose with the plus hit one, this is the C-node gates. Then in several phase, 2 phase, as we have proposed, 2 layers, then we obtain our circuit, and finally we measure. There's only a simulation, of course, with the 5 n qubits, but could be proposed at the final to obtain the real results in order to obtain. So we explore our proposal the cost function in order to optimize the Kp and Ki. Finally, several proofs with the simulations we obtain a highest probability that is here in market, and it's approximately the probability of 21.590%. And the sequence of Kp and Ki, you know, we have selected only 5 criteria with the lowest cost. So we compare the data of the original stack, and finally we obtain several setting time and setting value degrees of the QA as we have planned previously. So our result is not very impressive, we know, because we have only proposed a simulation, and we have not access currently to the quantum computer. But we have obtained some types to think about the school. If we optimize the quantum computing, how we can obtain more precision or stability in the future, and could be utilized for future papers. So this provided, and if you fancy the PV could be very, very interesting if we obtain more results with more qubits and also with more possibilities of the Kp and Ki. And then we can utilize these parameters to with the aim to personalized control. Then could be a possibility, unless we don't know which is the problems and the limitation currently of the aquatic exoskeletons, but we can control it and optimize without having all the variables. And also in the future with machine learning, we can also utilize to improve our possibilities. No, our limitation is at the moment we have only theoretical part, and we have not experimental validation, and it is only based with a single control angle, and could be more possibilities to obtain more degree of liberty and so on. But it's we are open to do more tests and physical prototypes, obtain more angles, more specific data related to the patterns. That could be the best option to obtain really the real in a real environment, and prove with a new TRL, no? with more increased TRL technology readiness level. So our future consideration is then the experimental validation, incorporate the hydrodynamic force, the real environment, and also more when we have the real environment, then we can obtain different motioning range, angles, and patching profiles with different persons, customized to the person, and also perform with a real computing and not the artificial that we have supposed. So, then our conclusion, we propose to continue with this type of research. It's very interesting, and we can solve the possibilities and limitations that we have for aquatic exoskeletons, and in order to obtain more adaptive, personalized, and obtain to future experimental validation with more, as I have seen told before, the technology readiness lab. Yes, we have obtained the funding for this project, several fundings, and we have our reference. If I invite you to review our paper, our proposal in the chapter with the spring here of the conference. And if you have questions and so on, I am open to answer you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, Vanessa. Most of the questions which I wanted to ask to you, you have already clarified in your presentation. Like, I wanted to point out the theoretical approach behind the work, not the experimentation part. So you have already clarified that yes, it is yet to be done, and of course, the equation would get changed once it's practically implemented. Secondly, I wanted to ask you if it is a part of some research project. That also you have clarified. So I just want to know about the data set which you used for your work.
Okay, the data set that we have used for our work is because we have the experiment that the tank of the water is real. We know. And then the KPI and key variables that we have obtained is related to the bus experiment that we have performed in the water with the PID and the fuzzy controls that Fabio has implemented previously. Then he has collected several data and several variables, and there's this criteria. There are no buses in the criteria because we don't know the aquatic experience. We have addressed other projects with the motors that I have told you about, and the electronic motors compare different states. But also, we are not very sure as these data are very real. I mean, this is very experimental. Unless we have the tank and the water, we have no provided with patents. Then with our data is only a thing or a proposal to think about the possibilities that we have with the quantum in future. No, I mean, in the future we have prepared some projects regarding to improve with machine learning and so on, and obtain more criteria, more variables to obtain this data, and then provide with several possibilities we have with the quantum. For example, we consider the pendulum in order to be the more related system, but could be more possibilities with different grades of liberty. I don't know if I have answered all the real
That's okay.
the
Yeah.
question, but that's so. The variables are very experimental, not related to all the criteria, the force that we have with the aquatic, the force of the body, the hydrodynamic, and so on. We have forget all the possibilities of the physical in order to have more variables to optimize the system of the quantum computing. That's a little different in order to consider only the physics.
All right. So is it a group of people who are working on that along with you?
Yes, there are currently, we have near 15 persons working with aquatic exoskeletons.
Okay. Thank you so much. All the best to you.
Thank you very much.
Can we move to the next presentation, please?
Yes, ma'am. Next presenter is Medial, and the paper title is a comparative study of deep learning models for strabismus diagnosis using facial images. Hello, sir. Are you in the meeting, sir?
Hello all. You hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Okay. Hello all. My name is Major Gay. I am a PhD student in Sheikh Anta Diop University of Dakar. I am happy to take part in this conference. I would like to present my work entitled Comparative Study of Deep Learning Models for Strabismus Diagnosing Using Facial Image. I suggest the following plan. So my English is not very good. I try to speak, okay? So excuse me. So I will start with the introduction. Then I will tell you about strabismus and the effect on the vision. Then we will discuss the different techniques used for diagnosing it. After explain our works, and finally the conclusion. In introduction, the World Health Organization estimated that 2.2 billion people worldwide suffer from visual impairment or blindness. In Africa, there are approximately 5.9 million people with a prevalence rate of around 2%. In Senegal, the prevalence rate is between 1 to 1.5%. Indeed, as the other African countries, Senegal suffers a shortage of specialist doctors, especially in the rural areas. For example, 35 ophthalmologists for 17 million inhabitants, either one ophthalmologist for 506,000 inhabitants. 7 regions in 14 haven't ophthalmologists. 84% are in Dakar, the capital. One of the causes of this visual impairment is strabismus. The strabismus is a eye divided or a misalignment of eye. The consequence is amblyopia. Amblyopia is a irreversible vision loss in children, and it is a cause of school dropout among children. There have 2 treatments. The first is a total optical correction, or the surgery to correct a deviated eye. The importance of calculating the angular deviation. What work has already been done on this subject? I tell you the different automatic techniques used to diagnose strabismus using deep learning approach. This table shows an overview of deep learning techniques. We note that all these methods provide good accuracy. However, they don't calculate angular deviation. As part of our work, we wanted to compare several deep learning models. To do this, we have used a dataset with 200 normal facial image and 573 strabismic facial image. Image pre-processing techniques for improve the image's quality. After I do the labeling, I attach each image to its diagnosis: extropia, esotropia, hypertropia, and hypotropia. We have using of data augmentation techniques and a data normalization for improving model performance. And finally, we have used three models: MobileNet V2, ResNet 50, and CNN model. For the validation set, the ResNet 50, the ResNet 50 model is better than MobileNet and CNN model. If you see the accuracy of ResNet 50, I have 0.98 of accuracy. When I use the test set, I have the same results. ResNet 50 is better than MobileNet Vendor and CNN model for diagnosing automatically established. This work shows that at present, of these three models, ResNet 50 performs much better than the other models, MobileNet V2 and CNN model, in the automatic diagnosing of strabismus. Compared to the models used in the literature, it is a model of choice. Going forward, we plan to propose a model capable of automatically calculating angular deviation and then implementing it in the form of smartphone or tablet solution that can be used for ophthalmologists to facilitate surgery, for example. So in this image, you look at the surgery which can correct deviate eyes, hence the importance of calculating the angular deviation. The angular deviation is very, very important when the ophthalmologist do the surgery to correct the eyes deviated. In conclusion, to prevent amblyopia, it is important to early diagnose strabismus. Unfortunately, our country, the Senegal, lacks the equipment and human resources to ensure good national coverage of ear health. Our work shows that the mobile V2 and ResNet 15 can effectively detect strabismus from facial image. However, for good strabismus management, it is essential to calculate the angular deviation. This deviation allows ophthalmologists to perform surgery to strengthen the eye in the right direction. Calculating it requires equipment not available in all health facilities and the patient's cooperation. This is not easy for children. Our next studies will focus on the use of these models for automatic calculation of angular deviation in strabismus from facial images.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes,
Hello.
good afternoon, sir. Yes.
Yeah, Rati. Can I present my?
Yes, sir. Yes. Just a minute, sir.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, if any question from you,
No, I think he disconnected. He got disconnected, right? So he's probably not in the meeting right now.
I think he's in facing some technical issue.
No problem. We can start with the next presenter in that case.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So
Yeah.
next presenter is our Rambabu Bomiseti, and the paper title is Enhancing the Safety of the Internet of Things via the Application of the S prime BR methodology. Yes, sir. You can start the presentation.
Yeah, ma'am. Good afternoon, respected people. From myself, I'm Rambabu Bomisetti. I'm working as assistant professor in KPRIT, Komur Pratap Reddy Institute of Technology, and where it is located in Hyderabad. And can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. We can see.
Yeah. And today I'm going to present about this the thing which is related to the safety of the Internet of Things, which is enhancing the safety of the Internet of Things via the application of this Prime BR methodology here. And here the major thing what we chosen over here is nowadays the IoT use is very rapidly increasing. Internet of Things is very rapidly increasing. And when it comes to the IoT, Internet of Things, the challenging thing over there is the security and the privacy of the people actually. Because when we are connecting the something like as a devices in our home appliances or something which is to the IoT devices, at the time what will happen? When we run it on the low power devices, at the time it is going to be something like as an this vulnerabilities will get increased actually. Because based on these vulnerabilities the security attacks will be more onto our kind of things which are we are using over there. And even if these devices have limited capabilities and resources, definitely it is projected that they will be able to handle significant amounts of the data actually. It is pertaining to the monitoring and control situations, and where using the secure encryption technique. Because if the data is in a plain manner, let's say when we are going to play with something like as when we are going to communicate with the IoT devices, every time the plain text is going to be presented over there. So that impacts something like the direct information is passing to the other third party. It may be anything, whether we are using Google IoT or something, Amazon or any other things which are related to the IoT. If we send something like the direct data plain text to them, definitely it impacts over there, and it is a major security threat to the user actually. So because of that only there is a something like as a potential solution to these problems, like that we proposed here it as an S prime BR, which is which is going to be work with the plain text, but not something like as a direct plain text, where we are going to implement something like as a middle mechanism over here. And apart from this one, we also previously we have kind of similar techniques, but that doesn't follow something like as an the way what we are going to tweak over here. So what here we are going to do here is the first we are simply going to make it a more secure thing over here with the combination of the plain text and also the ASCII code and the primary number key over there. So for that we went through the some kind of surveys over here, which is something like as I presented over here, which is Buhler and Pomerantz, and one more is there which is from the Las Vegas algorithms of the advanced concepts which are related to the quantum computer actually. And based on these I have taken something, means we worked on those, and we majorly I mean taken some of the things from the RSA and AES as well. And when it comes to the next level, the proposed methodology here, something like we what we are doing here is we are just passing the plain text, and this plain text is going to be applied with the ASCII code for the secret key actually, which is as you know, the ASCII code, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. But it is not only with the ASCII, and here also we are including one prime number over here when it is going for the encryption actually. So this prime number, what it will do, it makes something like as an equation more complex when it compared to the plain text or when it is a direct ASCII code value actually. And after that, what we are going to do here is we are going to swap the cells over here, which using the encrypted swap secret key. That secret key is generated from the ASCII key code and also the primary number what is randomly generated over here. And after that, what we are going to do here is we are going to apply this completely on the something like as an operation. So what can I mean when we are going to the any action or any kind of operation over there, it is going to apply on that action. And finally, it is going to be decrypted and it will be as a ciphertext here. And when it, I mean, the result, when as I told previously, earlier also there is RSA and RB20. And when I compare this one S prime BR with the RSA and RB20, I mean, I can say the performance is far better than those two actually. When it comes to here, and it depends on the size actually. When the file size is like if it is something like as a 2 by 2 matrix, then it has something like as a 32 bytes of the file size. Based on the file size, it is the something like as a storage matrix will be going to be changed over here. Like for the 67 bytes of the file size, it will be something like as a 3 by 3. And if it is a something like as a 1 bytes of a size, then it will be the 6 by 6. And where like that, it is going to be maintained around 5480 bytes of file size as well. It is something like around, it is equally to the some I can say that it is even when it converts to the MB, it comes around 5.25 MB, something like that actually. And it is going to be result into that area. And when it comes to here, the complexity encryption I'm telling here, I'm just comparing here. It is something like as when initially it has the file size as the 32 bytes, not bit. And when it goes to the RSA, the encryption something like as a complexity is 1.55. But when it comes to the RB20, it is lesser than that, like as 1.23. But the complexity is increased in this S prime BR 2.33. Why? Because is there the conventional in conventional mechanisms, we are not adding anything key kind of something like as a primary number kind of thing we are adding to the ASCII key, and that is I mean keeping a major impact over here. And that impact differences in the complexity actually when it comes to the smaller size file size, I mean which is a 32 byte one, or if you see it in with an something like as a bigger ones, like it is having 5480 bytes, when there the complexity is 5.26 in RSA. But when it comes to the RB20, it is 5.34. It is bit better than that. But when it comes to the S prime BR, because of a mechanism what we used over here for the encryption thing, and it increases the complexity. That complexity is around 6.13 actually. And this is something like as a result. So what I am comparing with the like S prime BR and with the RB20 and RSA actually. In some of the cases, RSA is better than even RB20. But if you see here, S prime BR is far better than the like RSA and RB20. I'm sure definitely it makes a very good impact over there, and which reduces the vulnerability chances actually. Because if you see the lesser file size means it's something like as a simple texts actually. Let's say if we are talking something like as a name Alexa, something like set on a reminder. In a reminders, if we pass something like as a data or something like confidential data to meet some X person. So if it is directly going for the encryption or the decryption, it definitely it is kind of a vulnerability to hack our data. It is simply a threat for the our security actually. So definitely to reduce that one, this ASCII conversion and again adding something like as a primary key additionally in a random way, that definitely breach this, definitely break that one. And the decryption of that thing is really hard actually, so that makes a big difference over here. And when it comes to here and a chart, I'm just going to show that how complex this one, the encryption speed actually. If you see the speed, encryption speed also way faster it is. And here, as I shown in this bar chart, there's a blue color, it is indicating the RSA, and where the RB20, which is indicating something, the red color is indicating RB20, and S prime BR, which is indicating this this one, the gray color is indicating this prime BR. And if you see this one, even in the smaller file sizes, or if it is go for the larger one, 5480 bytes one as well, and it has the speed is simply faster when it compared to the RSA or RB20 actually. Yeah, this one is that. And when it comes to here, as I said before, so definitely this the technology that makes up the Internet of Things will make it possible. Like here, I can say that as the Internet of Things continues to grow, one of the most important concern that must we should address it is the privacy, communication, and the security of the users. And I can say that it improves the security, and it improves something like as in a privacy, and it definitely reduces the vulnerabilities, and the communication is very faster because the encryption is going to be done in a faster way over here. And this much is from my side. And when it see this, when the operations also performed in something like as in a faster way, because as I told you, the encryption is very faster over here. And I took some references from the different kind of papers which are available in the IEEE and other resources as well. And the major thing which I followed here is like Bhagat Basha and Raj Prakash were applying for the CBB 21 phase, this method. And definitely it helps me a lot. And we bring it up to secure and provide a more privacy and faster encryption mechanism over here. Yeah, this is from my side. And thank you everyone, and thanks for giving this opportunity. Any questions from anyone?
Yes, I do have some questions. Are you
Yeah,
doing a PhD?
yeah, currently I'm
Okay.
pursuing.
Yeah, yeah. So like in which like how much time has been lapsed?
It's around 1 year it got lapsed actually.
Okay. And
Yes.
right in the 1 year you have implemented this work of yours.
Yeah, actually, there I along with my guide we did this one, and definitely we are thinking to bring more things into the picture in soon actually.
No, the thing is that in the very first year, we usually have certain code of conducts, right? And for
Yeah.
research work as well, we have to follow certain ethics. And since you are saying that it's just been a year, so my question to you was that almost 6 months we keep for our studies
See,
and review work, right? And
actually, I done my MTech in 2014. If you see, there is a gap around 10 years, and I was much interested into the research and development things. So usually, when it comes to the academic level, it got late to join in PhD, but I was into the research and development side from long time actually.
so is it a kind
So
of extension to your previous work?
it's something like that, but it's something which is from previous knowledge and to the current implementation actually.
All right. As far
Yeah.
as the references which you've used, just 15 of it, and you specially mentioned one reference which you're using as a kind of base work for your research work.
Yeah.
I think there should be certain things which need to be included in the presentation. Firstly, you're claiming your algorithm better as
Yeah.
compared to RSA, right?
Correct.
which is an international standard. So SHA algorithm, RSA, these are the standards, right? And we
Yeah.
can claim our algorithm to be better than them as far as the security considerations are there in real life scenario, because these algorithms are they are in use practically worldwide, isn't it?
Correct. Correct.
So where have
Yeah.
you implemented your algorithm and how this comparison was made? Can you just brief us about that?
Yeah, actually, logically, it is in a process. I mean, when it compares to something like as in a possibilities, I have taken some of the inputs and I did something kind of on a mathematical and logical calculations over there.
No, but
And
then
based
it
on,
has to be made clear as far as the paper presentation and such a big claim is considered, because you're doing a comparison of your algorithm along with like with these two, and you have given a table as well, but you nowhere mentioned about the test bed and the implementation part.
yeah, but I think that is a miss from my side. Definitely, I'll provide such kind of information for you.
Can you just brief
Um,
us here what test bed did you use and the experimentation, the experimental setup basically, we want to know about that.
Yeah, like see, the thing is that see, when we track out, I mean, something like as an when we look into this uh, something like if you see where I, as I told you, RSA and RB20, there. Hello.
Yeah, my question is a direct one, right? We just want to know about the test bed which you used. Where did you implement it and how the comparison was done? That's it.
Am I audible?
Yes, of course, I can hear you. Am I not audible?
Yeah, ma'am. I can hear you.
Okay. So we just want to know about the experimental setup, the test bed, right? Where you implemented the algorithm.
See,
Okay, leave it and just
yeah.
let us know about the uh, parameters which you used for security considerations. You're saying that your algorithm is a secured one, but I could not see any parameters related with these.
See, the one thing what I can do, see, one orally I can say that, see, why I'm telling that one is when it comes to the encryption and decryption mechanism, mostly we, even in RSA also, they can say about these ASCII things. But the additional thing over here is like as an a primary key we added over here. Okay. So that makes an impact practically. So based on that only, I say that, it is something like I mean when it comes to the encryption, it looks like as an something not like as an a plain text. Let's say I say hi Google, it's not only going to an encryption with the hi Google, it also with an random value with the primary number. So
There is
that is a
just, I'm just cutting you in between, interrupting you in between. There's
Mhm.
just one suggestion.
Yeah, ma'am.
Whenever we propose an algorithm,
Sure.
we must, bring out the limitations very, very clearly in the ongoing things, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
you should have mentioned what are the security limitations as far as RSA and RB20 or any other algorithms are considered. Why you chose only these two for your work, and what are the parameters which needed improvisation and you did it by proposing a new algorithm. This is just a suggestion from my end, which is very important.
Sure,
Thank
ma'am.
you so
It is
much.
something like it's really a good thing from your side. Like I feel that it is I mean, even I should improve in that. Definitely, I'll update the things in a future in a better way, and definitely I'll give the more information on this.
Good luck to you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
I just have a quick question, a quick follow-up question. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. John.
So since your encryption is taking place on the IoT, right?
Yep. Yeah.
is there an impact on the battery, on the energy consumption?
Its impact is it will not, it is not much impact, but I can say there will be something like as a consumption is more. I mean, not something like as a calculated, but it will be little bit more.
I mean, IoTs are known for, I mean, energy consumption is one of the concerns with IoTs. So if you propose an algorithm and extra stuff on an IoT, one will expect you as well, as much as all the points that were raised before, one will expect you to give us an indication of what the resource consumption in terms of energy. So we know how long we can keep exchanging data in a safer way on that IoT device. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Josh. Yeah.
Thank you so much, presenter, for your presentation. Now moving ahead to our next
Thank you.
presenter to present his paper on gamification methodology for teaching tax law and business development in Argentina and Colombia.
Good afternoon. My name is Joslady Astrid Prada Segura, and I am research.
Sorry to interrupt. Your presentation slide is not visible.
Good afternoon. My name is Joslady Astrid Prada Segura, and I am research
Dear
professor.
presenter, still it's not visible. There is a WS4 website Zoom page. I think there's some technical issue, so we can wait 1 minute. Otherwise, we can shift our next presenter.
I think we can move on to the next one. And in the meantime, you can have a word with her and let her know what is to be done exactly.
Okay, no issue, ma'am. So we can call our next presenter. Next presenter is Camilla Nicole to present her paper on geotechnical vulnerability assessment and design and multiplication strategy in an urban growth area, case study in Loja, Ecuador.
Okay, I'm going to share the screen.
Dear presenter, you may please start your presentation.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Camila Fernandez. I'm a student of Universidad Técnica Particular de Loja in Ecuador. And today I am going to talk about our paper based on the geotechnical vulnerability assessment and design of mitigation strategies in urban growth areas with a specific case study in Loja, Ecuador. Urban growth in Ecuador has led to the occupation of land with complex geological characteristics with increased vulnerability to slope instability. The city of Loja, with its irregular topography, is a clear example of this problem, facing landslides that affect road safety and preparedness. The specific area of our study is located off Avenue Integración Barrial in the San Jose de Panama neighborhood. In this area, an active landslide has been identified, which represents a critical risk to the road infrastructure and adjacent properties, highlighting the urgent need to intervention. Our main objective was to evaluate the slope's vulnerability through a comprehensive analysis and propose an optimal mitigation measure to ensure its long-term stability. To achieve this, we applied an integrated approach with included field laboratory and office based. They used slope software, the Morgan's price limit equilibrium method, known for its rigor and ability to analyze complex failure surface to calculate the safety factors of the slope. The fall study phase began with a detailed visual inspection to identify critical elements and characteristics relevant to stability, such as the head scarp of the landslides and the presence of surface water flow. Subsequently, they carried out a high precision topography survey using a Trimble RH differential GPS to establish the slope's three-dimensional geometry with high reliability. Additionally, two open pits wells were excavated and strategic points to obtain representative subsoil samples strata. Once the samples were obtained, we proceed to the laboratory phase for a comprehensive technical characterization. Standardized tests were performed to determine the physical properties and shear strength parameters of the soil. These include a granulometric analysis for soil classification, the determination of Attenborough limits to evaluate its plasticity and consistency, and an consolidated on-grade traction compression test to obtain the cohesion and the angle of internal friction. The results of the laboratory test revealed that the predominant material of the slope are high and low compressive silts, which is characteristics of a colluvial or residual deposit in the Loja region. The shear strength parameters obtained were a cohesion of 0.21 kilograms per square centimeter and an angle of internal friction of 30 degrees. These values are representative of a soil susceptibility to instability, especially under saturated conditions due to the water infiltration, a factor that increased pore pressure and reduced effective shear strength. The modeling of the slope in its initial condition, confirming its inherent instability and high vulnerability, as can be seen in the graph. The calculated safety factors were below 1.25. This value is below the sectorally limits established by technical engineer standards, which confirms that the state of activity instability and depth in instability and the risk of the failure or reactivation of the landslides. This situation compromise the integrity of the avenue and expose properties and the population to constant danger. Based on the instability diagnostic, a specific and effective mitigation measure was designed. The proposed structural solution considered a 4-meter high reinforced concrete cantilever wall, slated for its ability to act as a passive buttress that resists soil pressure. Additionally, a surface water control system which creates dishes of 0.6 meters wide by 0.40 meters deep was designed. The function of these ditches is crucial to intercept deeper runoff water to prevent erosion and infiltration into the slope body, which are factors that contribute significantly to its instability. The implementation of our design with the wall and the ditch system projects a substantial improvement in the slope stability. The post-intervention analysis showed that the safety factors increased to more than 1.50. This significant increase in the safety factors is a key result that validates the effectiveness of the proposed engineering solutions, ensuring that the slope will meet safety criteria in the long term under various operating conditions. To conclude, our study provide a complete analysis of the slope, confirming that it's composed predominantly of seals with a cohesion of 0.5 kilogram, 0.1 kilograms per square centimeters and a friction angle of 30 degrees. The risk of active instability was confirmed with initial safety factors below 1.25. The proposed solution, a 4-meter cantilever wall and a ditch system, proved effective in increasing the safety factors to more than 150. This proposal is not only technically sound and economically viable, but also offers a replicable model for risk management in other urban environments in Ecuador and also in another parts of the world with similar conditions. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'm available for any question you may have.
So Camilla, I just have one question for you.
Okay.
I could not see any review of literature for your work. So is it something which is unique and has been proposed for the first time or has been done for the first time, or you have some history related with it?
Could you repeat me, please? I have a really bad connection. The question, please, or can you put
Okay.
in the chat?
I just want to know about the idea behind your work. From where did you get this clue that we should, carry this kind of research work? I could not see a review of literature anywhere in your presentation. So usually, whatever idea comes on our mind, we have a history related with it. So is it something novel, something new, which has been done for the first time, or some similar work has been carried out earlier as well?
Okay. It is new. Our project consists in a three-phase approach: field study, laboratory analysis, and modeling and design. And in the final study, a high precision topographic survey was conducted. Also, in the laboratory analysis, the soil samples were characterized to determine their physical property as shear stress, identifying that the predominant material was a type of soil susceptibility to instability from water infiltration, and in the modeling and design, specialized software was used to simulate the slope and calculate its safety factor. And we confirm the high risk condition. And based on this diagnostic, a mitigation strategy was designed, consisting of the construction of the reinforced concrete cantilever wall and a ditch system to control surface runoff.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Do we have any more questions or shall we move to the next presentation?
Sir, do you have any questions?
No question from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, presenter, for your presentation. And moving ahead to our next presentation. The present name is C. Bhagat. The paper title is Using the RB 25-2 approach to improve the security of cloud-based Internet of Things. Any presenter of this paper?
I cannot see any such name in the list.
Done. So now we completed all the presentations. So we can conclude this session.
Is the other presenter not coming back?
But sorry,
There was one presenter who could not show her, her screen.
yeah, but she's not present. Maybe
Okay,
some technical issue. She's out of this meeting.
okay.
I sincerely thank our author for their excellent presentation and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on the behalf of the whole team, thank you for your support during 9th version and the previous all 8th version. We will be happy to have you in the next 10th version in a 2026. All the presenter would be getting digital certificates email within 2 working days. The publication will be live within 7 to 8 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of World Display. I also thank our chair of this session. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time and presence.
You're welcome.
And thank you so much, ma'am.
Our pleasure, absolutely our pleasure. Thank you.
And I kindly request to all switch on the cameras for a quick snapshot for this virtual conference. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thanks a lot. Can we end the meeting now?
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.